Okay, everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. This is my post-market wrap-up on this Friday, July 17, 2020. What a week. Actually, let's back up. We've had in this market now 3 or 4 weeks of gains. The market's gone straight up. Today, the market did end mixed. The Dow had a fractional loss. The S&P put on a gain. The Nasdaq put on a gain. And to me, this is disappointing. I'm being honest with you. Like I've been saying, this market cannot continue to go straight up in this environment unless, of course, it's all fake, it's all rigged, it's all twisted, and all that is true. It has no bearing on reality whatsoever. The promise this week, I mean, come on. This week alone, we got several members of Congress talking about more debt, more stimulus. We got Fed presidents coming out, 3 just in the last couple of days, talking about, oh yeah, more debt, more asset acquisition. We're ready. We got it all. I mean, this is it. So this is why the market has gone pretty much straight up for the past few weeks. Now, to me, as an old-time kind of market guy, this is just not normal. Markets don't go in one direction only. Sure, yesterday we had a fractional loss, and today the market ended mixed, but I mean, come on. You got to be kidding me. Anyone who can sit here on the mainstream financial channels and try to tell you that this is a normal stock market in any way, shape, or form is obviously drank a little too much Kool-Aid, and they're being paid to say whatever they're spewing out of their pie holes. The truth of the matter is, this market is so distorted, so twisted. And to guys like me, yes, I'll admit it right here. It's the gift that keeps on giving, but it's not just me. I've been putting out trade after trade after trade, dozens and dozens of them, winner after winner, not a single loser, not one. On my free newsletter, free for you if you want to subscribe. There's a link in the description of this video. This is a game. Once you understand that, not only is this a game, okay, it's a game of deception. You are being deceived on an epic scale by these all of our politicians, the president on down, by Fed presidents, by this merger of the corporate agenda and this new American government that we have. Look, this is it. Unless you live in some kind of a drug-induced fantasy land, look around you. Look around you. Does this seem like a booming, prosperous country right now with stocks that just keep going higher? Does something just not add up here for you? Of course it does. I mean, it could not be in your face. Just look for the lies. They're everywhere. It's an incredible thing. Anyway, look, I don't know what else to say with regard to that. All I know is we haven't seen anything yet. It's going to get much, much worse moving forward. Now, let's talk about a few other assets real quick. Cryptocurrencies caught a bid today. Not much, but they caught a bid. Gold and silver caught a bid today too. Not much, but again, they caught a bid. Crude oil didn't do much of anything. The 10-year yield, stable. The dollar, weaker. Okay, so there's no real fear. What does this tell me after looking at the market today, the way it played out, looking at assets, looking at the dollar, looking at the 10-year yield? It's telling me that despite everything, this market's setting up to go up higher from here. It's easy money. It's suppressed rates. It's a weaker dollar. All the stuff President Trump has been calling for, as he curses the Fed. The Fed is printing money again. Not good. You just go look at his tweets. It's an incredible thing. Look, I'm not just beating on the president here. It doesn't matter. He's a puppet like the rest of them are, and he can say whatever he wants to. He can play to his base. If his base had one eye open, they would see the deception right before them. He talks about ending the Fed. He talks about taking action. Meanwhile, calls on the Fed for more easy money, suppressed rates, a weaker dollar. There's the deception. I mean, they're in your face. But again, people are going to buy one side of it. That's why there's two sides to it, to the deception. Some people are going to see it for what it is. The other people are going to say, oh, no, no, no. He's saying all these things, but, in a tweet, because that's how he communicates to the world. But again, it's just all a lie. Everything. We are living in an environment of lies, and that should tell you something as well here moving forward, people. It's out of control. It's completely out of control. So with the last several weeks behind us and this market that has gone pretty much straight up, let me ask you, where do you think this stock market is going to go? Let's say over the next few weeks. You think it's going down? You think it's going to crash? Like I know a lot of YouTubers are talking about out here, like they've been talking about for I don't know how long now. You think it's going to? You think they're eventually going to be right? Maybe they will, but understand the environment is not real. We're living in a different paradigm across the board where the Federal Reserve is now the controlling body of the world, not just of the United States, but of the entire world. Why? Because the U.S. dollar still remains the reserve currency, and it will until a major war erupts and millions upon millions of people die. And in the end, the dollar will still remain the world reserve currency. There's no doubt about it in my mind here. This scheme that has been in play with regard to the Federal Reserve for over an entire century, they got every angle figured out. I mean, they are so powerful that they can shut down the world. They can close down the global economy. That's exactly what they have done with this COVID-19. Let me ask you this. I don't know how many of you follow me on Twitter or Facebook, but I post a lot of stuff over there. So Goldman Sachs is coming out, along with other Wall Street mega banks, JP Morgan, pushing the vaccine agenda along with several billionaires. Do you think it's odd at all that Wall Street mega banks are pushing a vaccine agenda? Why? Why would Wall Street mega banks? I mean, I literally just posted this on Facebook and Twitter. Go look for yourself. And in my chat room on my website, TradersChoice.net, a nice article where Goldman Sachs is explaining their vaccine agenda. It just doesn't smell right to me. It doesn't pass the sniff test. Something here, people, is very ugly, and it's not a warp speed vaccine. This is our president. We need a warp speed vaccine. Really? How about a vaccine that works? And maybe we'll take other measures until we get a proven, non-toxic, non-lethal solution to this. I mean, personally, I think if you don't have any underlying health issues, you have a good immune system, you're exercising, you're eating well, you rely on your own body's ability to fight infection, you got no problems at all. Like I said, the chances of you, and don't take my word for it, being that 0.04% of the population of the United States has now perished because of the coronavirus, the chances of you, if you're a healthy person, catching this virus and dying are literally astronomical. It's not going to happen. But again, the agenda here, this just does not smell right to me in any way. All right, maybe it smells right to you. Good for you. Good for you. Let's just talk about a couple of more things before I let you go. So we got Larry Kudlow out again talking about the V-shaped recovery. Meanwhile, we have the Freak Show. And the Freak Show today consisted of Yellowstain himself, Jay Powell, Janet Yellen, that other thing that I thought we got rid of, and Ben Bernanke, the man who told us that everything was contained. You remember that? Well, we have those freaks over there saying, oh no, This is not going to be a V-shaped recovery. So, look, all this is a mechanism to keep you off balance. It's all part of the deception. And you are being deceived, people. I want you to understand that on an incredible scale. In fact, it's criminal. It's not just frightening. It's criminal. It really is, in my view. All right, look. So here's the story. It's Friday. You know what I'm going to say in about a minute here. But I really want you to think about the environment you're in. Contemplate it. Think about what it means for you here and now, and what it means moving forward. I mean, that's really what this is all about. That's why I come out here and I sit here and talk about this, because I want you to understand things in a perspective I don't think you're going to get from anywhere else. I mean, understanding as well that the markets really do control the world via the banking system, and everything is dictated to you. Myself, and I believe this is true. Look, I'm not tooting my own horn, but if you follow my work, it's hard to deny that I have a real handle on it, and that allows me, and my perspective, not being political. I don't care who sits in the White House. It doesn't matter. I'm not polarized or anything. So I have a very clear understanding of how things work, because I'm able to put all that aside. And that's what I want for you. I want you to clear your mind from the propaganda and from the lies. As soon as you're able to do that, you'll be able to see the deceptions, the traps, the pitfalls. All right. And you'll be able to figure out what you need to do for yourself, your family, your friends, your neighbors, and whatever's left of what used to be a very great nation. All right, people, that's it. Kind of a long video. I'm going to ask you to share it, but I'm going to leave you off with my favorite 3 things, and we are going to do this together, okay? Love each other, care about each other, be charitable, and I will see you on Sunday for my Markets to Look Ahead. I'm looking forward to it.